Scotland could become the sixth Nordic country and leave the UK because England and Scotland have been drifting apart, according to shock claims in a major Finnish newspaper. Helsingin Sanomat said, "Gradually England and Scotland have been drifting apart, almost like tectonic plates, and an independent Scotland could make friends from Finland and other Nordic countries." The news comes as SNP heavyweights continue to push their case to drag Scotland out of the Union despite First Minister Nicola Sturgeon being forced to cancel her independence campaign to fight the coronavirus. Writing for The Scotsman, Alistair Heather said Finland responded to issues Scotland struggles with. He said, "I see them finding responses to issues we struggle with. How to administrate vast tracts of sparsely populated land. How to balance the needs of three distinct language communities within the nation." Mr. Heather argued Scotland had many connections with Nordic countries. He said, "Scots brought the Industrial Revolution to Finland. The Swedish army employed thousands of Scots. It was to Norway that many Jacobites fled after Culloden. Iceland's first population had a huge Scottish contingent, with around two-thirds of the female settlers there being of Celtic stock, many travelling from northern Scotland. For this reason Iceland is, surprisingly, as hochen with gingers as Sauchiehall Street." Mr. Heather said the door on the far side of the North Sea is ajar. He wrote, "It might sound fanciful that we could become Nordic. But it's worth bearing in mind that Finland was not automatically part of the club when it achieved its independence." As the Helsingin Sanomat article notes, in the 1920s Finland was still considered to be close to Russia or a Baltic country, but with perseverance pushed its way into the Nordic countries group. Is Scotland the sixth Nordic country? Not yet. But with will and perseverance, we certainly could be. The door on the far side of the North Sea is ajar. It comes as SNP MPs are still banging the drum for Scottish independence with a plot to break away from the UK in spite of the coronavirus pandemic facing the nation. Senior figures in SNP are drawing up plans for a second Scottish independence referendum that they plan to unveil when the coronavirus crisis is over. They are eyeing plans ahead of May's next Holyrood election, where they would hope to strengthen their majority and in turn their mandate for independence to tear the Union apart.